Blog Talk Radio.
I'm having this morning. What a morning. I want to tell you that I feel just like in a state of bliss, in a state of gratitude. You know, even though so many things are happening. I live on a golf course area, right? I live in a condominium on a golf course. And a golf course has 18 holes, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know. There's 18 separate playing surfaces. And the golf course is big, right? It covers a lot of territory. And for some reason, they're mulching my golf course. Not my golf course. I don't own it, but they're doing some work. They're doing some work on the turf. And it seems as though there's a guy in a tractor who's just focused on the 25 yards right in front of my car. So I woke up at like the crack of dawn to some guy driving a tractor. Maybe you can hear it right now. He's relentless. He's relentless. And then I was reflecting on last night's webinar. Were you guys on last night's webinar? If you knew what was really going on in the background, you would go, man, you want to talk about persistence without exception. You want to talk about guys who just refuse to surrender, right? Got to the webinar because we had a couple challenges technically getting there. Started the webinar, and the videos that I had preloaded suddenly weren't there. Probably user error. I have to research that. And then Greg came screaming into the chair. He was running a little bit late, and he was like Skyping me saying, you know what, I couldn't find the document. What I tried to do was get modern, okay? I'm a Word document guy. I use Word, okay? And then suddenly I'm in this new era where there's something called Google Docs, right? And so I'm trying to get modern. And so I sent a Google Doc with the outline of last night's webinar to Greg, and he didn't recognize it because I never send Google Docs. And so he was like, "Oh, okay, what is it you want me to train on here?" But he caught up. He did extraordinarily well. And then we passed over to Diamond Dave. And if you were with us on the webinar last night, you saw that Diamond Dave was actually doing a very cool training. And Greg, I want to thank you for doing the tracking. We're going to get into some very simple, basic stuff, and most of that material is available on the videos, right? But for some reason, questions keep coming up, so we want to give you guys some real stuff. So last night we went into the tracking links. How do you build one? The importance of tracking. And then we threw it over to Diamond Dave, and he was doing a really cool training on get response, right? And then he's in the get response training, and then suddenly he gets a technology error, right? And then so I go to roll another video, and I want to roll another video, and my videos still aren't showing up. And then Vincent Ortega Jr., who had a prior commitment, he just showed up out of like an angel out of the clear blue, filling in some time and doing some very, very relevant stuff. Then we went over to Kara, who was just like overcome with allergies. She's doing her best to deliver, and she's doing an extraordinary job, and she's sneezing and coughing. I mean, when you take a look at the totality, it was like persistence without exception. I love us. I love this team, right? Because when it is time to deliver, the only thing we do is deliver, regardless of circumstances. We didn't see anybody crying and running for the exits. It was a great job. I want to thank all you guys. And then this morning I woke up to the sad news that Yogi Berra passed away. I'm going to talk a little bit about Yogi Berra here in a minute. Extraordinary guy, no drama, great quotes, married to the same woman for, 65 years. He died last night. 69 years to the day that he became a major league player. Guy has such, like it ain't over till it's over. Deja vu all over again. That's Yogi Berra. So he passed away. And then I was just on the Facebook page, and I love this. Okay, this is another thing that I just find really, really. I actually love this, and I'm gonna see what I can do for this gentleman. There's a guy in I guess Olafur Poor Olafson. We'll call him Oli. Oli is now this. He says some things. He's struggling to get his traffic rolling. He says, I do not get a response from support, cannot hang around, listen to the radio traffic authority day in and day out. This is about money and to deliver the goods I purchased. And this is what I love right here. His final sentence, he says, now I want to get what I bought or my money back. I ask you geniuses, can you do either or, please? Oli, we'll be getting with you today. We'll make sure that you're happy and satisfied. Oli Olafson. That's kind of snarky, huh? I ask you geniuses. I promise you that the videos are there. I mean, I'm probably, I honestly will tell you that I'm the dumbest guy in the room when it comes to internet marketing and things like I was last night. I was like, really? Whoa, that's how you do a tracking link? And then when Diamond Dave, as a matter of fact, if you watched last night, Vincent Ortega Jr. commented, he said, I'm going to have to go back and watch that video again because I didn't know that. Everything you need to know is right there in black and white, Oli. But we'll take you by the hand if we have to. Don't want to be snarky like Oli. All right, listen. Congratulations. You made it here this morning. Welcome. You're listening to Traffic Authority. This is the internet home for the traffic. I'm sorry, this is Traffic Report. Easy for me to say. You're listening to Traffic Report, the internet home for Traffic Authority. We come to you live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here Monday through Friday. We also show up on Saturdays at 1 o'clock. Make a note. Have so many brand new people getting started, right? So I got to make sure that you guys are kept in the loop for those of you who are brand new. So every single day we're here. Make sure that you're here. And as a matter of fact, whitelist us because we're really getting aggressive. We sent out an email at 4 o'clock in the morning reminding people of, it's hump day and a couple things they can do to get their business to the next level. The thing we want to do here every single day is inspire, motivate, educate you guys. And my new thing, inspire, educate, motivate, collaborate. We want to collaborate because we have so many good teachers here, people who jump up every single day, put their hand in the air. And happy birthday tomorrow to Carly Rose. Carlos, I saw that picture on my Facebook page of you're powerful. Did you see the eyes on this little girl? This is sheer power, man. This is a dynamo. This could be the next leader of the free world, and I'm not kidding. All right. Maybe we should just get right to it. I really want to get you guys going here this morning. What we're going to do is jump right into the comments and the questions today. I can keep my shtick to a minimum here. Here's the drill, okay? If you're listening today for the very first time, we do have a drill. We want you to follow the rules. And if you're listening, here's the first thing. If you're listening online right now, we have a live stream right now. Anyone who has an internet connection anywhere in the universe can hear us at radioleverage.com. We're streaming live right now on the internets, man, at radioleverage.com. And I'm bringing, okay, yes, you do. I got a bird chirping in my ear over here right now. This guy, apparently my boy is chomping at the bit over here. Hey, Greg, listen, dude. I want to tell you something. Wait, I took the challenge. I took the challenge this morning. I got woken up by that tractor out on the golf course. I put my gym shoes on. I hit the street, and I got 30 minutes of some exercise in, and it actually felt good. So I'm taking your 90-day challenge, bro. Every day for 90 days, come rain or shine, I'm going to get my butt out of bed and get it in gear. How are you this morning, bro?
Dude, doing so great. Day 8 of 90 without a missed workout Monday through Friday. So, again, you guys, it's possible, even though 5:40 comes awfully early in the morning. But it's much like our businesses, Joe. The truth is, like LL said, the little thing I shared yesterday, doing the right thing, even when you don't feel like doing it. I'm just telling you today on our 4 p.m. Eastern call, I'm going to be going over the 90-day challenge for Traffic Authority members because I know for a fact if people actually go out and do some simple things every single day, they're going to bring the results in terms of income from their business. Just like I'm telling you, after 8 days, it is amazing. I mean, progress already happening for me. So, it's just, again, and I just have to, since I heard this 3 weeks ago from Shalane, what you focus on will expand. I mean, just think about that one, Think about how that permeates your life, whether it's your business, whether it's your workouts, whether it's your family. It really, Joe, it hits home all across the board. And, what we focus on will expand. And I'll just say, for the same for our little friend, what was it, Ogie or Omi or whatever his name is? You can see
Right.
what he's focused on, and he's going to get a bunch more of that result. And I'm telling anyone on this phone who sits there and focuses on the negative, you're going to be finding plenty of negative. And we see it all around us. You guys don't have to look very far to see people getting negative results. And, here's the one last thing, John, I'm going to leave people with. We are all responsible for our own results. We are responsible for what we think about. All I can say, that choice you make sure it's the right one. Make sure you're bringing things into your life you want. And if you don't decide, the decision's still been made. So with that, Joe, back to you.
That's pretty strong. That if you don't decide, the decision's already made. Greg, thank you very much. And I was commenting, I don't know if you were here, we were talking about the challenges that we had to overcome last night on our webinar. And Greg and I spoke after the webinar. We're like, oh man, we can do so much better. And then I was thinking this morning, Greg, all the way through, I had technical challenges. We were running a couple minutes late, and then the videos didn't load. And then I sent you a Google Doc instead of a Word doc, and you're looking for the platform. And then the next thing you know, we've got this issue and that issue. And then Dave had his technical outage, and then we had Kara with the sniffling like crazy. She doesn't feel well, and it was like across the board. It's like, challenge, and all we did was put a big grin on our face, marshal through, and get the job done. I've been getting a bunch of hits on Facebook. People loved it. Somebody said to me this morning, where's that document that shows us exactly what we have to do to go through and do that little thing that we learned last night from Diamond Dave? And we're going to get that document to all of you guys who attended last night. We do know who attends, and everyone who attended is going to get that document. But it was a great evening last night. It's a great day today. And let me say hello to Mr. Doug Wellens, the guy who is like constantly behind the scenes with the calculator crunching numbers. Doug, how are you today?
Oh, man, Joe, I'm actually doing fantastic. And by the way, thank you so much for allowing me to spend some quality time with my daughter. She's off all week from school. This is our fall break for our county. A couple of other counties in Georgia here, maybe some in the Southeast has a fall break. But, yeah, this business allows us to do just that, right? Spend the quality time with our families, our friends, whatever it is. And it's the reason why, and Greg continues to remind me, why are we doing this, right? And you got to really figure that out for yourself, I heard yesterday, I believe it's Shalane, right? Is that correct, Shalane? Mm-hmm. She's over in Paris, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was really taken back by that. And I really expect that everybody that was on that call, or you've seen the Facebook, Skypes, this, that, whatever, from Paris, right? She's living her dreams. She figured out why she wanted to do this business, and she made it happen. And she's over in Paris. And by the way, this is going to be a blatant sales pitch to her right now. Make sure you cut a really incredible traffic authority video from the Eiffel Tower, please. I can't wait to see it. But, yeah, Joe, I'm excited to be here, man, and there's a lot of operational stuff going on in the background that maybe people don't appreciate every single day, and it's happening. It really is. I was on the phone with the Skype, with the development team this morning, finding out about some really cool updates and things that are happening. And it could just be down to one little tiny keystroke that changes everything, right,
mm-hmm.
for the positive. But then all of a sudden, there might be something over on the other side that gets bumped out a little bit. So these guys are making sure that when they put things up live, the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. And what we call, you've probably heard the term collateral damage, right, in the
mm-hmm.
military, right, collateral
mm-hmm.
damage. Well, there's also collateral damage in the world of development. If you do one thing, it could affect something else on the other side of the whole entire script. So you've really got to make sure you're balancing everything. And that goes, generally speaking, for your marketing in your business and what you're doing. You may create a really cool marketing campaign. Make sure before you get so bloody excited about launching that thing out that you test everything to make sure your links are working properly, to make sure your traffic is, going where it's supposed to be going. That's what it's all about. It's not just, reacting at the moment. And you guys did phenomenal last night, okay? You went through the brick walls and you came out unscathed. And here's the reason why. Because as Greg loves this, right? I tell Greg this all the time, and he comes right back to me and says, please, Doug, tell me that just one more time. I said, Greg, everything works out for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. No matter what it is, it all works out for us. So there you go, Joe. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. And we do live a charmed life here in the Traffic Authority neighborhood. And one last thing I'll say about, and we'll get to stand by for the drill, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to you. But, when I look at what has happened since August, when we actually put this thing out there in front of the world, and I know that the team had been working diligently for many, many months to actually come out into the world and say, here we are, Traffic Authority. And I know that people have been extremely patient because, we come out and said, okay, let's get this thing out there. Let's just take some action. And so, as we have grown, we've gone through some turmoil and stuff. But I want you guys to just visualize something like this, okay? When something like Traffic Authority is built, it isn't linear, okay? It isn't linear. It's like modules. So we have all of these hunks, like the dashboard and some of the tracking material. All of these things, many of these things are built and they're sitting there and they're just waiting for a connector. Okay, like when you put a train together, you got all these different cars and then you connect them together. Same thing here, a project like this, it is modular hunks. And so like you just said, Doug, the dev team, the development team is working behind the scenes, and it could be one keystroke that just connects two massive projects, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, there it is, right? So just continue to demonstrate the patience that all of you guys have demonstrated, and just wait till you see what happens. We are already just like rocking and rolling, as they say. All right, here's the drill. I'm going to say the last four digits of your. If you've dialed in, okay. If you've dialed in, if you're listening online, you can pick up the phone, dial 914-338-0631. For those of you who have dialed in, you press 1 on the keypad of your telephone after you dial in. You press 1, and you'll be in the queue to speak to the host. That's me. I'm the host. And what we'll do is I'll announce the last four digits of your phone number, and please come out and state your name. First name is cool, and the city, state, or country you're calling in from, and then make your statement. If you have a question, please limit it to one, because we want to get out of here within the hour, right? We don't want to be going 2-3 hours every single day. And I know that many of you want to get going as well. I have received some feedback that's like, oh, it's so awesome. The show just rocks. I'm so happy, but I had to wait 2 hours, man. Could you? So let's just keep this thing moving this morning, okay? And it will be good, all right? Let's start with, you never know who this is. It's an international caller, maybe, a block phone call. Number 1, you're up. 111. You're all
You know who this is. This is Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Frank, yesterday you caught me off guard with an actual telephone number. How are you doing this morning, Frank?
I'm doing fantastic. Yesterday I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, visiting the VA, and that was my cell phone. That's why I caught you off guard. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that Vince was talking about, he listens to the calls and he listens to the questions, and sometimes it's apparent to him that we haven't seen all the videos. So I took that to heart and I said, now I know I've watched all the videos. I'm going to watch them again. And I watched, and lo and behold, I missed the last video, how you actually download the autoresponders. So I did that this morning, and guess what? My autoresponder is working. What a wonderful thing.
Boom shakalaka. And the other thing that Vince says, he said it last night. He was a special guest on our webinar last night. He said, I watched this video. He says, I watched these 6 and 7 times until it's just ingrained, like our friend Oli. I'm sure that if you're listening right now, press 1 on the keypad of your phone. I talked about him this morning. The guy's struggling. He's frustrated. He's snarky, right? You geniuses. I promise you that the information that he requires to move his business forward is somewhere in those videos. I know that they are. And thank you very much, Frank, for coming out.
I got to shout out one more thing. Don't cut me off. You always do. All right, listen, I got one more thing. 2 days out of 90 is in the book. Woo!
There it is, Frank. Day 2 of 90. Perfect.
We're starting a movement.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
we are.
It's a movement. And by the way, I live in two places, Myrtle Beach, and I also live up in Pinehurst, North Carolina. And you know what? I don't play golf, but I always hear people talking about the 19th hole. I thought I heard you say there's only 18 holes.
Thank you very much. And you can see that I'm currently not playing golf, or I would have remembered the 19th hole, because I used to play golf, right? I used to play golf. It was just so time consuming. And yes, the 19th hole was always the ultimate destination, Frank.
Okay. God bless.
Thank you, Frank, in Myrtle Beach, checking in. He's keeping me on my toes here, calling in on a Skype number. 5232, you're next up.
Good morning, Joe, Doug, and Greg. This is Holly, folks, from Los Angeles. How are you?
We're great, Holly. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. So I actually had two questions, but I was limited to one per your request. Okay, so here's one of my questions. I'll probably ask the other one tomorrow. Okay, so I don't think I've received via email early this morning the daily marketing plan via email, so I wanted to give you my email address so I can begin receiving that.
Okay, let me make sure that could you please make sure that you are whitelisted, that you have did you receive like 3 emails from us yesterday?
I didn't receive any yesterday at all.
Okay, all right. I know that we sent 3 out yesterday and 1 this morning at 4:00 to the active members of the Traffic Authority. So apparently, check to make sure, look in your spam file to make sure that you are, whitelisted. But nonetheless, if you're fearless enough, Holly, to give your email address on a live radio broadcast that is being heard by thousands of people around the world, I don't know how many friends you're looking for, but if you're fearless enough, go ahead, give me your email address right now, or else you can direct message me on Facebook.
Oh no, it's fine. I am, no problem. It's all lowercase letters. My first and last name, HOLLY, F as in Frank, OWLKES as in Sam @yahoo.com.
Got it. FOWLKES. Okay, I'm going to add you to the list manually, okay? And, of course, Yahoo, and I know, and Greg, you could probably comment on this, Yahoo probably has some pretty significant filters in place for, people who are spamming and stuff, but I'm going to make sure that we add you again today so you're getting those emails every single day, Holly. And, Greg, isn't
Wonderful.
Yahoo...
Thank you, Jeff.
Greg, you're welcome, Holly. Greg, could you comment on Yahoo and, like why people might consider getting something other than a Gmail or a Yahoo address?
Yes, for sure. Just like we were saying, typically on our early emails, we do ask people to whitelist for that very reason. Unfortunately, the large ISPs like Gmail and Yahoo, they do filter mail, and I mean, the bottom line, you have to understand why. They're literally getting hundreds of millions of email messages, so they have very complex algorithms to filter. One way you can override that to receive, emails from people you want, they give you the ability to say, hey, let this from address, let this person who's mailing me through your filters. And that's when you hear the term whitelist, it just means allow Traffic Authority to, email me without being filtered. And we give the instructions for that. One other thing I wanted to say, you guys, our link to the daily marketing plan, you guys, it's also, in other locations. I'm trying to think, Joe, if it automatically links off the Facebook page and other places where people can get that, because it only updates like once or twice a week. But with that said, there's so much in it. There's no way you could possibly complete an entire marketing plan, in one work session. So, bookmark that page, I guess is my point. And, once you go there once, don't necessarily wait to receive emails on that. Make sure you know where it is and you can get, back to it. So I just wanted to add that, Joe.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can find the daily marketing plan at blog.trafficauthority.net. It's there. It's right there. It's the second item down. And okay, let's keep it moving here. We got a lot of people in the queue all of a sudden. 2959, you're next up.
Yes. How you guys doing? Carlos Rodriguez from New York City.
Carlos, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I want to touch on something about the negativity that's going on and the conversions and the click and the traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this. I've put in about 1,300 people in pre-launch from another traffic source, Solo Ads. Only a handful of those people got active. But the most important thing over here with Traffic Authority is I have a list. Those 1,300 people, I will be able to get in touch with them with the help of TA and myself So much negativity about clicks and this and that. It's just crazy. Let's just follow the winners. Let's follow the millionaires, which is TA, and let's just go out there and kick some ass, man. It's just crazy. I'm just motivated. I'm not seeing a lot of sales right now. I'm not seeing a lot of, but I'm here. I'm here, busting my ass and doing what I got to do. And there you hear Carly Rodriguez. She's excited because it's going to be her birthday tomorrow. So enough said. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Yeah, my back office sometimes don't work. My business partners doesn't work sometimes. It's all good. We're going to get it resolved. Let's go out there and kick some ass. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlos. I love that. And, it's all about building the list. What is our top guy, number one earner, said it took him 2 years. It just takes time. And we're here to educate, and we're here to collaborate, and, we're here to empower each other. And, Carlos, thank you very much because you're so right, man. Let's just go kick some ass. And happy birthday to your beautiful daughter. I saw that picture on Facebook. 5691, you're next up.
Hey, guys. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon, representing Nancy Flint's awesome team.
Thank you, Steve.
I wanted to share something with you. Out of the traffic package, I just got an email last night from someone who's excited to get started.
Excellent.
And that was directly out of the traffic package I bought. So as you like to say, boom shakalaka. So it's happening. I'm pretty excited about that. And man, I like what Carlos just said. I agree. I mean, I'm not seeing, a whole bunch of results yet, but you know what? I wouldn't be anyplace else because of you founders. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, God bless. Take care, guys. I'm here for life.
Thank you very much, Steve. And there's something I want to say, okay? And we talked about this last night. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it last night with Kara. What is your declaration? You just said, Steve, I'm not seeing a lot of results. I say Boulder Dash. I'm watching you evolve, dude. I'm watching you evolve because you're a regular on our radio show. I hear a shift in your language, your confidence. So what I am seeing a Steve Schumacher that is on the freaking path, the righteous path, man. I see a guy who is growing with confidence, a guy who is growing with belief. Doesn't that count for something? 0023, you're next up.
Yes, hi, Joe, and the rest of them. You guys are fantastic. I just have one problem, though. It's the same problem that I had a while back, and I called in on, and it's still there. And I can't, the package that I bought, I'm trying to get my first package going here, get sent out and get some people in there.
What is your name, sir? What is your name?
This is Bob Hartman. Bob is in California.
Okay, Bob. I'm sure that it's a simple thing. I'm sure that it's a simple thing that you're dealing with there. And what we're going to do is, could you send me a direct message on Facebook? Okay, I'm kind of backed up. I got a lot of people direct messaging me, but if you will, we will reach out and see what's going on with you. Because
Joe.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes,
this
sir.
is Greg. This is the traffic architect. I'm wearing my traffic middle name right now. I'm looking
Greg,
at Bob's order in the rotator. Bob, the reason your traffic has not started, and you and about a third of our customers who have ordered, there is no traffic destination URL in your order, which means that if we were to start your order today, clicks would just be going into a black hole. Bob, if you would just PM me on Facebook, I'm sending out an email to everyone within an hour after the radio show today that's going to instruct you how to do this. But since you're calling in, I'll walk you through. And just to let you know, your order would have already been running had you had your destination URL. So I'll walk you through that piece. It's super easy. Once you have it, your traffic will be running within 4 hours or so.
I do. On my computer, it shows I do have it. I have the split. The two of using two.
Do you have a bronze order?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at your order, and there is no destination. I mean, again, you're doing it your first time with like tying shoes. It simply is not there, or like I say, your order would be running. Once I talk to you on the phone, I'll walk you through it. I mean, you've set a $50 daily limiter, but you do not have a destination URL yet. So with that said, this is super easy. You're not alone. We know with brand new processes, it takes a little time to learn it. So, again, like I said, I'll be on the phone with you after the call. We'll get you all set up.
Okay, you're going to call me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
very, very welcome. There it is. See, this is what I call. Thank you very much, Doug. Greg. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you jumping in there because I know that you're backed up and we got a meeting today and I know So I was doing my best, but you are the man, Greg Chambers. 3892. You're next up. 3892.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you. Who is this?
This is James from Santa Paula, California. I'm new. I signed up under Joe the Plumber, and I had a couple of questions, but I'll chase it right down to the most important one. I had a friend of mine who signed up last week. I sent in a ticket for it, and haven't had any results on it, or a response, I should say. And his name is Robert Nielsen. And his username, he doesn't show up on my downline. So this is the problem. And his username is Bible Bob.
Did I direct message you on this yesterday?
I didn't receive anything.
Okay. Did you send me a direct message on this, though?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, then I think I did respond to you with actually what we're looking for. There's 3 items that we're looking for. You know, the name of the person that he's supposed to be under, which is you, Dan. And the link where he signed up, do you know the actual URL that he was at when he signed up? He had to sign up at your link. Okay, I was looking for that.
Okay.
Okay, and then where he ended up, which is, I think, where did he end up? Under Greg Chambers or something?
I have no idea, and he doesn't know either. He's sort of confused with it all.
Okay. All right, listen, let's all right, Dan, I saw you on my page. And we'll get a handle on this. You're underneath Joe the Plumber. Dan, what is your last name?
James Burt, B-U-R-T.
Your name is James Burt?
Correct.
All right. For some reason, I thought you said. All right. Thank you very much, James. We'll get this handled for you this morning. Okay.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. We'll keep it moving. 2200. You're next up in the queue.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
It's Charlene calling from Alberta, Canada. How are you today?
I'm great. Not to be confused with Charlene from Alberta, who's currently in Paris, France.
No, I'm still in Alberta.
Okay, Charlene with an R. How are you today?
I'm awesome, thanks. I have been learning tons and tons and tons with this business and loving every minute of it. I do have one question that I've been getting, that I got from somebody that was interested in the business, and I didn't have a clear, concise answer for them, and so I would like to get that so that I can have that for next time, and also to communicate to this person. So it's about the comp plan, and for myself, I just decided to go for the whole thing and make sure that I was qualified for everything. However, not everybody is doing that. And this person is asking me, what are the steps to qualifying to the diamond package of the traffic packages when you're starting at the $49 or $47 package? And so there's a little bit of confusion between qualifying for the various package levels and also the 3 diamond or the 3-star qualifying. So if you could help me with a concise answer, I would really appreciate it.
Okay, Mr. Chambers, I know that you are a compensation plan expert.
Man, you got me before I even could do it. Me on that one. Absolutely. Charlene, this is a great question and going to help a lot of people because, qualification clearly important. And, I'm going to start the same way I always do by saying that with Traffic Authority, there is no product purchase requirement. So basically, you can reach, qualification on all of the products through team sales. Let's specifically talk about traffic. In this case, we come in at $47, and basically, let's just say that person is making no product purchase themselves. For that individual, basically, they would have to market 3 times the value of each product level in order to reach that qualification. So, as an example, to reach basic through team sales would take $660, and you can just do the math all the way up, but that's how it works. I will say for people that are purchasing traffic packages less than Diamond, you get dollar for dollar qualification credit. So all that means, instead of taking 3 times the volume, it counts, directly. So if you were to purchase 3 basic programs over 3 months, that will make you silver qualified. That's $660, and so on. So each thing you buy, you get credit for. Your qualification increases. I will say also it's important to understand that for people that are coming through the cold market funnels, your prospects right now, for their first 7 days, they're also eligible for the stair-step bonus. So that means, if they wanted to be Diamond, as an example, if they purchase Titanium for $4,297, they're going to get a Titanium traffic package, roughly 4,000 clicks, but they're going to get 1 level higher of commission qualification. They're going to get Diamond, commission qualification. So that's how that part works. Joe, I'm just going to say a brief word on the stars. It's really simple. All the stars really refer to is when you change over from being a 50-50 commission earner on the 3 different product types. We have Traffic Optimizer, Traffic Academy, and Traffic. So again, for your first 6 sales, on each one of those, you share 50-50 with your sponsor, and that is by design. That's so, basically people that are new, they get more help. The sponsor earns a little bit more money for spending more of their time with that person. And, once you get to year 6, you get a star for that level. So if you have 4 $47 members, you are, a Traffic Optimizer star. So it's really pretty simple as far as it goes. But again, the stars are based on the 50-50, 80-20 rules, whereas, becoming Diamond qualified really is about, I guess you would just say it's more about the qualification bank, and it's actually about, the commission qualification per level. So, Joe, that's how that works.
And I hope that cleared it up for you, Charlene.
Thank you very much. That was extremely helpful. I think that I can communicate that now to people who ask that question.
And very, very, very simply, what the way I sum it up is, it's kind of like, you can't sell from an empty wagon, okay, if you're going to be a merchant of some sort. And I think that people have to realize that, there's a couple things that come into play here. When I hear about somebody who's at the $47 level who's targeting, they want to see how they can get to the $8,000 level so they can earn those big, big commissions. Quite frankly, if you think about this thing as a business person, you can either get yourself qualified at that level by making the purchase, which would be $8,000, right? Or else you can pass up $24,000. You got to do the work. You got to get the leads. You got to run the traffic. You got to go to work, and you'll be passing up $24,000 in order to get qualified at the $8,000 level. I mean, when you break it down like that from a professional business person standpoint, and I think you are one, Charlene, professional, because you said that you came all in, Diamond qualified. So how simple was it, right? You just come in at the $8,000 level and you're done, or else you can pass up $24,000 in volume. 0618, you're next up.
Hi, everybody. This is Gil James in New York City. How's everybody going?
Gil, we're doing great. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I've been listening to the radio report, the traffic report every day. I may not get on the phone every day, but I'm doing like you say, Joe, pay attention. So I'm paying attention. This company is one of the best companies I've ever had the opportunity to be involved with. I've been in several companies throughout the years in the past, and I've never, ever been involved with such a company that's been so transparent. You guys, Greg, Doug, yourself, and the other people, Vince, you guys make me feel like this is family. This is family. And I get the feeling that at the root of Traffic Authority, it's fresh, it's honest, and it's true. So despite, like Carlos was saying, people's struggles with some of the growing pains that Traffic Authority is going through, that doesn't mean too much, because at the root, I can see the seeds of honesty, truth, freshness, and integrity. So I know the seeds that you're planting and the seeds that I'm planting for my business is going to grow eventually. Now, I feel almost spiritual. I used to be an NSA, Joe. You said you was an NSA. I was an NSA. I mean, that was I did pretty good, but I had some personal struggles that I had to get through that I didn't go all the way. And then you talked in terms of LL Cool J. I provided him his first concert in New York City and paid him. You know, so everything seemed to be working in divine order, you know. You know, you become like the 5 people you associate with, and the universe just brings you, if you got your head on right, brings you in tune with, you know, the good stuff in life. So I wanted just to say that. Now, the couple of questions that I have is, one is I know I used on Facebook the lead capture pages 1 and 2, and I misplaced how to find them again. So that's one question. How do I get back to my the lead capture pages so I can use those again? And the other question is, if I have a person who doesn't want to be in traffic authority, does not want to qualify, but they just want to buy traffic, am I able to do that?
Okay. As a matter of fact, we are very, very focused on retail. Okay. We want people who are just customers. That's very, very important to the entire process here, to the entire company. So, yes, absolutely. If someone wants to just buy products from you, man, do we ever encourage that? Now, all of this stuff is available for you right now. I'm logging in, and Greg, you know where this is. It's under the marketing links section in your Greg. Hold on, let me just open up so I can I'm going to give you the direct path, Gil, so you can get right to where you need to be. And I don't want to give you any misdirection. So give me 1 second here. I'm opening up my back office. Boom, there it is. If you go under resellers in your back office, click on resellers, and if you go on resellers. After that, you click on where it says Business Center, and then Business Center, there's a toolbar. You want to click on Marketing Links. On Marketing Links, there it is. Under Marketing Links, you take a look. There's the Business Opportunity Capture pages. There's 2 for Google and Facebook. There's the Business Opportunity Capture pages for rich versus poor. There are 2 there. And then the bottom one, the third of in the lineup there is Retail Homepage. This is retail, a website where you would send something to somebody, and it's just about the traffic. There's testimonials, there's the pricing, the packages, and they pay the same. Okay, and if someone buys retail through your page, they're coded to you forever. And Greg will tell you, over years and years of experience, he will tell you that people do come back. They buy traffic over and over again. Because people, and here's something I just want to say, and this is regards to what Carlos was mentioning, you know, people are really looking at a business opportunity here in traffic authority, and there is, especially in the educational realm. People are hungry to get the knowledge to be able to do this. But you will find that people who have a little bit more experience look at the traffic as this is like gold, okay? This is, Eric Bechtel refers to it as stored energy. When someone right now today opts into any of your landing pages, just by the fact that they opted in, because we vet people, we pretty much can guarantee that the person who's opting in is a human being. It's not a robot. It's not some automatic click machine, right? So people who really understand the value of somebody who opted in, it's like, phew. And people who are a bit more advanced in the list building, they will come back. If you have a retail customer, Gil, and they're going to buy from you a bronze or a gold package, you will notice that they'll come back maybe 3 or 4 times a year because they're in some other unrelated to traffic authority business, and they rely on traffic and building a list and then monetizing that list. I'm telling you. So, Greg, you shared this with me early on, dude, about retail customers and the fact that they will come back and they continue to purchase over time, right?
I think this is one of the biggest things, you know, Joe, and just so you know, I mean, this is retail or team customers are going to come back over and over. And just to, you know, let everyone know, I mean, you know, of my 20 years of, you know, of lead generation and, you know, basically selling leads, 16 of those 20 years were selling retail. I basically was behind the scenes supporting teams. So, again, anyone here in Traffic Authority, you better believe, you know, we are going to be very focused on retail because we have a product, unlike 95% of network marketing companies, that is retailable. I mean, if we're just being honest, I mean, most companies are reps selling to reps. It's just how it goes. Now, of course, in our pre-launch and our launch, it's understandable that there's a lot more traffic authority internal sales happening now. But going forward, we are going to have connections to all of the network marketing companies. We are going to become the traffic and training support for this industry. That's why we are the traffic authority. People are going to come to us for
Amen.
And it's huge. I'm looking forward to that.
And thank you very much, Gil, for coming out here. We really appreciate you, and I can listen to you all day, man. You're very, very eloquent, and you're very elegant. Thank you very much, Gil.
I'd like to add one thing. What Steve was talking about seeing, it seemed like he was alluding to seeing negativity and stuff, and you was telling him that you get what you see, and he's absolutely right. And I just want to urge and encourage people in the tribe that as you study the videos, as you read the daily material, and you absorb it, and then you practice it, you actually become it, because you can only give what you got. You can only be what you are within. So with that, hey, keep on keeping on, and I'm in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gil James from New York City. Thank you very much. Was that? Yes, sir.
Hey, I just want to make a quick comment here on Gil and his point. And, I'm just going to say this much. It is nice that, there's so many of our traffic tribe that get it. I'm sitting over here. I Skyped you. I'm crying like a baby practically because, here's a guy who gets it, we are transparent. This guy's been around the block. He knows. And, the point I'm going to say is this, if basically, being a business owner, and that would be a traffic authority corporate guy or a rep, if this stuff was easy, you guys, everyone would do it. Everyone would do it successfully. The truth of the matter is it's hard. That's why we do it. It is a challenge. And, anyone who thinks it's going to come easily, you better wake up. I'm just going to say it. There's going to be work here. The separation between those who do and those who don't, it's going to be due to effort. So, and I get it. It's so much easier to bitch on Facebook than it is to get off your ass and place ads. If it were easy to place ads and easy to go to work, we'd have a lot more results. But, and I'm sorry to get on my high horse here a little bit, but, but the fact of the matter is, people, when they, show their true colors, there's nothing that we could say to some people to get them to do what they're going to need to do to get off their ass and be successful. They'd be better off right now going to Walmart and becoming a greeter because they have no chance as an entrepreneur. No matter how much time I spend with them, no matter how much experience, no matter how many millions of dollars I've made, I can't change someone's mindset. And, that's the bottom line. I'm not being mean. I'm just stating the truth. But with Gil, someone who basically gets it, knows that we're in for the long haul, knows we're here every day sharing the facts with people, and we haven't gotten things perfect. I'm going to be the first one to say it. But if it was perfect right now, there wouldn't be the huge opportunity. It would already be Amway. You'd have to, go talk to everyone and their brother who'd already heard of us. The whole point here is no one's heard of us. Everyone's got a huge opportunity in front of them, and it's really up to the people, the ones who go to work, they're the ones that are going to get it. The ones who sit here and complain, they're going to be gone a month from now. Truthfully, the Olafs of the world, goodbye. I'll refund your money and say sayonara because I'm going to work with the other 5,000 people who see our vision. So with that, Joe, back to you.
And I love it when Greg Chambers gets on that high horse, dude. Because you have a view from the high horse. You can see downfield, and you know where we're going, and you know where we've been, and it's amazing, dude. Thank you very much for that. I agree with you 100%. I agree with everything you just said, Greg. 817, you're next up, calling in from Texas. Hello. 817, are you there? That's an easy that's an easy question to answer. I'll answer for you. 817, no, you're not there. 9934. 9934, you're next up.
Hey, Joe, this is Tony from Fort Worth, Texas.
Tony, how are you today?
I'm doing great, sir. Listen, we made a purchase of Platinum Package a while back, and I'm getting the cautions on there and saying that it's not completed. And I got the authorization form where you sign, and everything seemed to be good. I went over and double-checked it, and my credit card has already been charged. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I did send in a support form for that.
Tony, what is your last name?
I haven't gotten a response back. Is there any way that you guys can check that out for me
Yeah.
Either get back to me on the email or Facebook.
Tony, what's your last name?
Weaver.
Weaver, Weaver?
Correct.
And you bought a platinum, and it's not showing yet?
Yes, I can't go any further because it's saying that it's not completed, and I double-checked it, and I'm not understanding why it's not completed.
I believe, Joe, I may have an answer for our gentleman. I'm sorry, what was his name?
Tony Weaver.
Tony, let me ask you a quick question. Did you have a chance to go and, actually sign the online document we call the right signature?
Yes. I got a copy of it, and it shows that it's signed. I signed it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to you. I see you actually ordered on the 20th, and we still have not received that. You're in Texas with an 817 number?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'll give you a call after this. Yeah, for whatever reason, just to let you know, signing is like step 7. The confirmation email is step 8, which you have to open it and click the link. But I'll go over it. We'll get it done. We'll get it rolling for you. This is no problem. You've done most of the heavy lifting. We'll complete this for you here. I'll give you a call after the radio show.
All right then.
Thank you very much, Tony. Checking in from Texas, 3229. You are next up in the queue, 3229.
Hi, my name's Teresa, and I'm coming to you from another company because I feel your company is a better fit for me.
Excellent.
My question, actually I have a couple questions. Some of your links in the back office aren't working for me, and I want to know, how can I say this? Like the traffic optimizer.
Okay, Teresa, I'm going to ask you to, and welcome to our family, welcome to our community. I'm really, really excited for you to be here joining us. And because we are so new, yes, and Greg just mentioned it, the reason the opportunity is so big here is because we are just coming into the sunshine. We just pre-launched our company just a little more than a month ago, and we're in full launch only for a couple of weeks. And we know that some of the links are still under construction. I'm not exactly sure which links you're referring to, but the most important links are like the URLs for marketing, the capture pages. Those are the ones that really are where I want you to focus your attention on. Anything else, I think that may be systemic, right? Like the dashboard stuff is still under construction, and there are some marketing links, and there are some of the things in the traffic optimizer. If you know what you're doing, if you have experience, those links, they're working. Last night we did a training actually on working with creating a tracking link, for example. So I don't mean to cut you off, but I want you to know that we are aware of the fact that some of that stuff, is there a specific link that you're looking, though, to bring to life that is not functioning the way that you want it to function?
Something in the Traffic Academy.
Yeah,
There's a couple of links in there that's not working. Okay,
well, Traffic Academy, again, that's coming online within the next week or so. So you probably... again, what you can do is you can send me a direct message on Facebook, Joseph Richard, and I'll look into it to make sure that there's nothing unique about your, everybody. If the links are working for everyone or the links are not working for everyone. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. You also said you had a second question. You had a couple questions.
Yeah, I have a website already that I had integrated with the other people that I left. I want to know if I can put my website into GetResponse to integrate with traffic authorities.
Okay, if you already have a GetResponse account, you can. We've covered this question, and actually, if you go watch the videos, if you go back to your member back office as a new member and watch all the videos there is a video specifically about GetResponse. And the guy in the video actually says, if you already have a GetResponse account, click here. Because what I'm hearing you is that you already have a GetResponse account and you want to integrate that account with your traffic authority.
It wasn't a GetResponse account that I had. It was actually GDO.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that is. So, again, I would ask you to – so I'm not really sure what your question is. So you want to get a GetResponse account?
I have a GetResponse account now, which I got yesterday.
Okay, good. So you're good to go.
I just want to know if I can put my website into that account to work with traffic authorities?
Well, everything in GetResponse is hardwired into the traffic authority experience. Greg, am I correct in that?
I was going to say, it sounds like she actually has a lead capture page from a different opportunity, which is absolutely fine. What we'd recommend that you do for that is, simply use a traffic optimizer tracking link. You're going to use the other website function. And again, if your website is through, company XYZ, we'll just say as an example, all you need to do is make sure they're integrated with GetResponse. You're simply going to direct your traffic authority traffic campaign to that website. So in this case, connecting to traffic authority is really easy. You just point your traffic at your, other site's
I just
website.
need a DNS study.
No. I will help you. You don't need any of that. I mean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This would be a long conversation.
That's what I got from GoDaddy, so that's
This is not going to be at this point. What I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to simply PM me at Facebook. This is going to be probably a 10-minute phone conversation, so I will walk you through it. This is totally specific to you. This is much simpler than you're thinking it is. So it's like anything else. Like I said to the gentleman earlier, once you've done this once, it's super easy. Don't overthink this. You will not need any DNS settings for this at all. So you may use a redirect possibly, but you don't even need that. So Joe, just have her contact me at Greg Chambers at Facebook.
Teresa, thank you very much and welcome to our community. Go to Greg Chambers on Facebook and send him a direct message, and he will walk you through that because that's a lot of information to go through on our radio show. We've got thousands of listeners, and right now, joining us from somewhere outside of North America. 7404 is the last four digits of your phone number. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Carl phoning from the UK. How are you?
I'm good. Carl from the UK. What's going on this morning?
I'm very well, thank you. I'd just like to say a big thank you to yourself, Doug and Greg, for all the dedication they show to our members here on a daily basis.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much for that. I have a slight problem. I'm actually phoning in on behalf of one of my team members who's directly underneath me. Supposedly, he has had a person come through one of his traffic packages into capture page 2. She has made numerous attempts to complete sign-up at checkout. Her account has been debited 3 times, but for some reason, she can't log in with her username and password to Traffic Authority. She only appears underneath my team member's leads tab, and she doesn't appear underneath his downline tab. Any ideas?
Yeah, I think this is... what is her username, Carl? Do you know what her username is?
Yeah, sure, Joe. Her username is SACHA71. SACHA71.
Say that again and spell it out with... I'm sorry, your accent's a little thick there. I did not get it. One more time.
I'm sorry about that. Sierra, Alpha, Charlie, Hotel, Apple, 71.
Perfect. Awesome. That's all I need.
And my downline's member name, who is her sponsor, his username is Bravo Boost. BRAVOBOOST. Bravo Boost.
Carl, we're going to get on this right away. We got people right now pulling that up, and we're going to get this thing cleared out for you and for your teammates. Thank you very much for calling in, Carl. We really appreciate the work that you're doing over there.
Okay, shall I just hang here and wait for a reply then, guys?
Greg, you're on it, right?
Yeah, we'll actually have a response from him before the call's over.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, Carl. Thank you very much calling in from the United Kingdom. International. I love the support here, man. I love the fact that Carl is taking care of his people and helping his people. 7307, you are next up. 7307.
Hello. This is Devin Patterson calling from Saginaw, Michigan.
Hey, Devin, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm awesome. What's going on in Saginaw?
Not much, man. I was calling because I was trying to see if I can get my sponsor changed because I go into my back office and my sponsor says I'm my sponsor.
Okay, well, we are not displaying. I don't think we're displaying sponsor information right now. As far as getting your sponsor changed, that's a process. Here's what I want to put out there, and thank you very much for calling in, Devon. The individual who enrolled you into the program, that individual they expended some energy, man. They may have you might have been a click that they bought, or you might have been a direct, a solo ad. They've done the work to bring you into the company, and they're the ones who should realize a benefit for your involvement here. Now, if your sponsor leaves the company, then we can have a discussion about changing sponsors, or if your sponsor says, okay, if you want to change, we would have to get an acknowledgement there. There's a process there that you would have to go through in order to change a sponsor, because your and the same thing for you, Devon. If you sign somebody up and you did the work and you bought the traffic and they signed up, I think you would agree that you should realize the benefit of their engagement, because you invested the time and you're the leader, and so changing sponsors is a very delicate thing. But I will say this, that we've got a community here, and we've got an organization that reaches out to help you and will work with you and take you by the hand regardless of what's going on. And pay attention also to our Facebook page. Make sure that you're in the Facebook page. If you're brand new, ladies and gentlemen, you can find the Facebook page at that's edwardzebra.com/TAFB group. And you get a lot of questions answered there. Thank you very much for calling in. And 5302, I got you off mute. How you doing there?
Did you say 5302?
I did. I can hear you breathing, 5302.
Hey, Joe. Sorry about that. Gary Anderson here from Tacoma, Washington.
Hey, Gary. How are you?
Pretty good. Quick question. I was just wondering, do you have any time frame as to when the capture page builder might go live?
That's a great question, and I know that we were in a meeting last week, and there's a lot of work being done. It's a big project. There's a lot of moving parts, I understand. I'm not a techie guy, but I know the development team is, myself, have asked that question of the development team, and I got this visualization of, what do they call it, a one-legged paper hanger or something. These guys are just like working like crazy to bring that thing to life. So we'll ask you to be patient with that and stand by.
Okay. I will do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Gary from Tacoma checking in. 2238, you're next up.
Hey, Joe. It's Preston. How you doing today?
Preston, well, I'm doing good. How are you today?
Fine. I just want to say a few words to the new people just getting involved. Joe, I've been in this business since 1976. I started as an Amway guy, great program, but, hard work. I just wanted the people to know that they are a very, very, it's like acres of diamonds they're standing on. A lot of times people don't realize that when they're just coming into something. They don't understand how we got here, what we had to go through, and all the changes. But I just want them to know one thing that my experience has taught me. Zig Ziglar said, if you show enough people how to get what they want, you'll always have what you need. That's a truism. That's if you just live by that and look at everything, it's going to work out for you. Let it unfold, and if they would just listen to you guys based on your experience, your time, your effort, and where we're at, everything would just be fine. I just wanted to say, just lay back, listen, have a good time with it. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Thanks a lot, Joe.
You're very, very welcome, Preston. And you know what? I listen to you. You mentioned just to sit back and listen to you guys. Well, you're one of the guys that I listen to. I mean, you're a seasoned veteran, been in the industry since 1976, and amazing. So listen, let me go back. Thank you very much, Preston. Greg is hitting me up. Carl in the UK. Greg wants to know, again, what was the username? Greg, let me look at Greg's question. Carl, I got you back off mute there.
Yeah, sorry. If it's SACHA71, I could not find that, so I must have written it down wrong. I may have fat-fingered it.
Right, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is a username, Sierra Alpha Charlie, Hotel Alpha 71. I have an email address for her if that's any help.
Say it again?
Email address?
I have an email.
Email address. Right. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. It's Sierra Alpha Charlie, Hotel Alpha, _ Alpha Lima Lima Alpha November 69 @hotmail.com.
Awesome. I got it.
Thank you.
This is what I call service in real time. Thank you very much for being patient. We'll get right back. We'll do our best to get a solution for you before we get knocked off the air here. Carl,
Thank you.
Calling in from the UK. Okay, we'll keep it moving there. Carl's very, very patient. Next up in the queue is 5015. Good morning, 5015.
Yes, good morning. This is Jane calling in from Brooklyn. I have a little call. I'm speaking to, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you today, Gene in Brooklyn?
A little under the weather, but fine. I enjoy this program immensely. It reminds me of the Saturday show I used to watch when I was a kid called Big John and Sparky. I used to
Big John and Sparky.
Yeah, I would sing a little song for you too that goes with it. But this is a beautiful program. But this is what I want to ask you about. I want to ask you about the retail. The person that called about that retail sale. Now, how does that affect your packages, like the diamond? How does it affect you? Let's say you don't bring people in, or you don't have leads yet, but you have people that have, want these traffic. How does that affect that?
Well, again, everything works the same. Okay, everything works exactly the same. So, Gene, if you make a retail sale, and let's say that you're qualified at bronze, and you make a retail sale of bronze, then you make the commission. But again, the qualifications remain the same, right? So if you had somebody who just wanted to buy retail from you, it would impact you and your upline the exact same way. Nothing would change. The only thing that is different is now you have retail customers who their ultimate goal is to get high-quality, top-tier traffic for their businesses. It's a beautiful thing. And you will see, I want to put this out there, and this is no BS, okay? This may sound like a big, because you got to get your mind around this. It is a fact. It is a fact that in North America, the U.S. and Canada, it is a fact that there are 18 million people engaged in a home-based direct selling business. Many of those individuals are looking to bring people into their sales organizations. They're in recruiting mode. Those people are looking for our traffic. They may not want to broker our traffic because, Gene, you're a traffic broker. When somebody says to you, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Say, "I'm an internet traffic broker." You're like, "Whoa, that's cool, man. What is that? That's different." And what we do is we provide clicks, traffic, just like Google does, just like Facebook does. Google and Facebook, every time you click an ad that you see on your Facebook or on, if you put something into Google, let's say you need a microwave oven, best microwave ovens, and you see there's all these sponsored links. When you click on one of those links, that person is paying money for your traffic, right? So this is a beautiful thing. Retail is where we want to be. We believe that there are 18 million. We know it's beyond belief. There's believing. There's something called belief. And if you believe something, it may or may not be true. You're just believing it. And then there's knowing. There's something that you know. And we know that there is such a huge market for traffic that our little family here right now, whatever we have, 10,000 of us, we can't even scratch the surface of the marketplace that is retail. And so when people start focusing on really what that opportunity is, that we've got this retail opportunity, people look for traffic. They look for links. One of the guys on one of our webinars, his name was Franco. He come out, and he's like one of these internet marketing youngsters, right? He's a guy, what's the term they use? Crushing it on the internet. He's one of these, I'm crushing it on the internet guys, right? 7-figure earner, $1 million earner. And he said on one of our webinars, he said, I've been looking back at my business, and I'm looking at what I do. And one of the consistent mainstays in me building my $1 million enterprise is Greg and Doug and Chad. He said, I've been buying traffic from these guys for years. Greg mentioned earlier today in the radio show that in the 20 years that he's been doing this, in the 20 years that he has been providing traffic, the first 16 years, all he was doing was providing traffic. It's only in the last 4 years that Greg and Doug and Chad have opened up this opportunity that we can become internet traffic brokers, because that's what Doug and Greg and Chad were doing. They were internet traffic brokers working in the private realm, servicing big companies, big thinkers, guys like this dude I just mentioned named Franco. And so in the realm of retail traffic, if you have somebody who wants to buy retail traffic from you, Gene, then absolutely you want to engage them, because we know that this is a high quality. And I will speak to people who have maybe bought a bronze package, maybe you bought a gold package, and you're going, whoa, I just paid $1,000 for a gold. I get 1,000 clicks. I should be making $3,000. It doesn't really work that way. It really doesn't work that way. It's a much more long-term plan. And people are looking for traffic, and they're willing to $1 a click is inexpensive. I used to own a company back in 2010, and people I was a lead generation guy. I was a broker in my company. People were paying me, are you ready for this? $6.50 a lead. That's what they were paying for high-quality leads that came through a customized sales funnel. I had people buying leads from my company at $6.50 each. It's amazing what good high-quality traffic is worth. So,
That's
$1 a click, seriously, it's so worth it to somebody who understands the value of the stored energy in those clicks. If you're looking for instant gratification, we live in the microwave world, like Greg said. It's work. It's network marketing. The word there's a word in there, work. People get into a program like ours and they see Vince Ortega money and they're like, "Woo, I'm going to retire now. I'm going to be making $100,000 a month." Vince has worked his ass off for 17 years to build that responsive list. So, Gene, I love having you on the show, but I want to caution you. Sometimes when you ask me a simple question, I can just go on and on and on and on like Big John and Squeaky.
That's great. I appreciate it because it makes it very clear.
Thank you for calling in, Gene. You're very, very welcome. Gene calling in from Brooklyn, New York. 5751, you're next up.
Yes, hey, how's everybody doing, Joe? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Who's this?
Anthony from Maryland.
Anthony, how are you today?
Super, super awesome. And I just wanted to plug in and chime in. I got a little cold right now, but chime in on the fact that people should definitely get into their back office and understand the education that they're going to get with Traffic Academy and the Traffic Optimizer. Like you said, the links are working perfect for the tracking link. And then, what I do is post video showing the responsive rate of my different campaigns on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever social network that I have. And that's proof showing that Traffic Authority, the content, the keyword Traffic Authority, traffic, in general, is being sought after and looked at. Those videos, when I post that, have twice as many views as if a video where I'm just talking. You know what I mean? And not showing anybody any real information. So I think that the population needs to understand, get in your back office and film it. Use your smartphone, show people what it is that Traffic Authority is doing for you. Because it's an awesome thing, like you say. We're just scratching the surface of the need. So that's all I have to say. Appreciate you, Joe.
Hey, listen, Anthony,
thanks for accepting my friend request too.
And thank you very much. And I'm going to contact you, okay? Because you've got some good ideas, and you're taking action. You're relying on your own skill set and things that you have learned, and you're talking about using Twitter and some of these other social media things. People, ladies and gentlemen, this guy Anthony in Maryland, he's not just sitting back and waiting for his clicks to turn into money. He's taking other action, and that, Anthony, is really, really valuable, what you're doing. And I want to get with you and see what kind of stuff you're really doing, and maybe we showcase you one of these days on one of our webinars, because I love what you're doing. I love what you're saying, man. Thank you very much, Anthony.
That would be awesome. And like, I have another opportunity, and I switched my link to that opportunity, and that list is being responsive. I called 2 or 3 people the other day. This is from Traffic Authority. I have not, with just posting content, gotten any leads in that particular opportunity. As soon as I put my URL in and pointed the Traffic Authority traffic to my other opportunity, leads start pouring in. And these people are putting in their name, email, address, and my phone number, and their phone number. So, yes, we can get together, Joe, and I'd love to show the community what I'm doing. I'm just a practical working IT guy, so, it's no problem.
All right, Anthony, thank you very much. Look for me, man. I know I got you on Facebook. We're going to talk to you some more about bringing some of that material out. One of the things that we're really excited about is our homegrown talent, right? People here who are, coming in here. They've got some experience. They see what's available here from educational standpoint, from the click standpoint, and we want to showcase you guys, Anthony. Thank you very much for coming out here this morning, dude. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Later. All right, listen, I got a couple more in the queue, but I'm going back here to where are you, Carl? You're still here. Carl, listen, I just got a message from Greg Chambers, and Greg is asking that you send him a direct message on Facebook. Find him, Greg Chambers, on Facebook, and he's going to call you on Skype, Carl. He's going to personally call you on the telephone, on Skype phone, to get your questions answered and get this thing sorted out, okay? Where are you there, Carl? Sorry, man. There you are. My screen is... Go ahead.
I got that, Joe. Thank you very much. I'm going to hit you straight up away, Greg, now on Facebook, my man. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. My screen is moving on me here. People are hanging up. We're almost at the end of the list here. Let's keep it moving. Next up is 1985. Come on out here. Hello, 1985.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name? Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, this is Rodney from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Hey, Ryan, how are you in Louisiana?
Rodney. Hello.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, my name. I was just calling to say I appreciate y'all getting this thing going. I really like it. I bought the Academy and the Optimizer, the 144, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just been sitting there listening to y'all talk show, man. I really appreciate everything. It's like y'all got the answers for everything, so there ain't no excuses for anything that I'm trying to do, you know. I haven't got no sales yet, but I mean, everything come in time, you know.
Yes, it does.
And yeah, I just wanted to say I appreciate everything y'all doing, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Brand new guy calling in from Louisiana. Thank you very much. Stay in touch. And you are so right. You know, it's, you know, we don't necessarily have an answer for everything, but the solutions are out there, and we'll point you in the direction. 5339, you're next up.
Hey, Joe, you got Charles Green for the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. How you doing, buddy?
Charles, I'm doing good. Driving the big brown truck, are you?
Absolutely. Buster Brown right now. You know, I just got a lot of window time. I'm on the calls all the time. You know, I don't always pop out, but I'm always listening, man, you know, because these calls are so informative, so transparent, and I absolutely love it, man. You know, I just want everybody to know, you know, I've been around for a long time in the game. You know, a lot of you guys are new. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 17, you know, looking at Vince, for example, okay? Just look at what you're at right now. Know that, you know, we all under construction. You know, this is a learning process when it comes down to marketing. You know what I mean? You got to be a student of the industry, and that's what traffic authorities providing for you. Not only are they providing the traffic that everybody wants and needs, okay, but you know, they're going to provide the education for you too. So all information's in your back office. Okay, these calls are absolutely incredible. You got to understand that. So, you know, don't expect your sponsor to always be holding your hand and you want to jump ship, you know, just because you can't contact them. He will help you, you know, if they have the time. But just know that all the information that you want and need is right here, is in front of you. That's what these calls are all about. Okay, so just stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. But I do have a question for Greg. You know, I took my traffic off pause about a week ago, and I was just wondering about how long do it normally take after you take it off pause. You know, that's it. You guys are awesome, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a great day.
Thank you, Charles and Pocono. Big Brown driving the UPS truck. Greg.
Buster Brown, I like that. Yeah, basically, you know, traffic packages take anywhere from 7 to 21 days to complete. I will say, you know, obviously pre-launch we got a ton of orders, so I'm telling people, you know, probably 30 days. And to be totally honest, people, you know, are using their daily limiter, which again, if you kind of just do the math, if you're using like you have a you know, gold package or higher, and you're using a small dollar limiter, you could actually be, you know, causing your campaign to run much longer. But I would say, if you didn't set that at all, it's about 30 days. If you set your daily limiter, it could go longer. And, you know, again, I think people, too, are taking things, Joe, a little slow right now. You know, they're getting things set up. They're making sure they're get response. auto responders fully functioning, and they're watching their leads and they're watching conversions, which is just makes good sense. I mean, so I would say we're right around 1 month on these initial campaigns. They will run much faster here as we go forward. But again, you can always control that yourself by the use of the daily limiter.
Well, listen, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Charles and Pocono. You were the last guy in our queue this morning, so we are out of here, man. I want to thank you, Greg Chambers and Doug Wellens, of course. Greg, I just love having you here, dude, as like my wingman on our radio show every single day. I want to thank everyone who took the time to call in. Special thanks to Gil James. He's got such good information. Love and Jean from Brooklyn. I mean, everybody. Carlos, happy birthday to your daughter. Holly, I'll make sure that we get you whitelisted, Holly, today. Steve, dude, you are, watch the power of your spoken word, my brother. What you declare, okay? Be very, very careful, because you are a powerful guy and you are seeing magnificent results if you just stop, breathe, and pay attention. Listen, we're going to be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed last night's webinar, it's still available at trafficweblive.net. Also, remember that we will be doing a webinar tomorrow night. It's a conversion webinar, and we're still constructing it, right? There's a lot of cool things being built, so make sure that you're checking that out. If you want to get your update on what is the daily marketing plan, you can find it at the blog site. That's blog.trafficauthority.net. Until then, man, may he rest in peace, Yogi Berra. What did he say? It ain't over till it's over, Yogi. Love you guys. See you in the morning.